How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? So today we are going to solve another coolest problem, which is remove duplicate letters. Okay, so this problem is quite awesome and simple. Like, it's not too hard. Just the thing is, like, you have to only figure out like which data structure you have to use. That's the only thing, and the problem is really easy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just see like what the problem statement is. So the problem statement is like we have given a string and we have to remove the duplicate letters from it. Okay, and we have to maintain the lexicographical order. So now you'll ask, what is lexicographical order? So basically, lexicographical order is kind of like, you know, the dictionary sequence. Like for example, in dictionary first A come, then A point A come, then A point A B come. That's the lexicographical order. So like from A to Z, like in a sequence. Okay, so we have to arrange that one, remove the duplicate letter, and we have to given in the form of lexicographical order. Okay, so anyways, I hope so like the problem statement is clear. So our flow, first of all, problem statement is clear. Now you are like, what data structure we will use in order to solve this problem? That's the main thing is over here. So ladies and gentlemen, the data structure we will gonna use it with a simple stack. Now you ask like how? I will say, let's just simply take this example. So we will just simply gonna take this example over here. So the example is given like C B A C D C B C. Okay, so we are getting something like this over here, and I will gonna create my stack. So you will gonna understand like why we are using this stack. Okay, so once I put my first character over here in my stack, which is C. Okay, then I move to the next character, which is B. So now I move to the next character B. Then I have to, like, you know, the B is the smaller. B is smaller than C. So we have to maintain the lexicographic order, but we have to keep something in mind, like how we can, like for example, if there is no more C in this one, then we have to take C in our stack. Like, you just understand what I'm saying. I hope you get my point. Let me just create one boolean array as well. So my boolean array, I will call it C. So what my boolean array will have? My boolean array will help, like for example, like we visit C. So I will mark C as true. So for example, in this question example, if I again find C, if I again contact with C, then I will say like just continue, because I have already marked it, I have already visited you. Okay, so I don't want you again. Alright guys, but now you will see like you can see like we have C over here further on, but B is smaller. Okay, so for that one, like I will check like, is C any further present? Yeah, C is present 3 times over here, so that's a good thing. Okay, then what I will do, I will create another array called last index. So my this array of last index, what it will do is, it will just simply get the last element. It will get the last element from the string. So by the way, what will happen, like I will use my C later on. Right now I don't want C, so I can simply pop it out from my stack, and I will put my B over here on my stack. Okay, and I will mark it as false. Alright guys, and I will get this C index. So the C index will be 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It's a 7 one. Okay, so for example, this is somewhere over here, so I get 7 over here in my last index, and this array size will be of 26, because you know, like in English there are only 26 alphabet pieces. Alright guys. Okay, so now I put my B over here in my stack. Now I will move further onto my A, and I will mark my B to true. My B is now true. Okay, my B is true over here. Alright guys, now I am on my B. So what I will do, I will sorry, I am on my A. So I will check, is A is smaller than B? Yes, it is smaller. Then what I will do, I will check. Okay, before popping it out, what you have to check is B any further on present. If B is furthermore present over here, then what I will do, I will just simply use my last index. So I will just put the value like it is on the 6th element, is on the index is 6. Okay, and what I will do, I can easily pop it out, and I will insert my A over here. I put my A over here, and I will again upgrade my B to false. My B become false now. Okay, so right now I don't have visited it. Okay, now I will put my A over here, and I will mark my A to true. My A is now true over here. Alright ladies and gentlemen, I hope this thing, like I know this is looking a little bit messy, but don't worry, you will gonna understand. You will gonna understand, trust me. Okay, so now I have put my A in my stack, my A in my stack. Now I'll put my C. Is C is greater than A? Yes, it is. So I will put my C over here, like if we are doing gate. Okay, so C is in my stack. Now I put my D in my stack. So I will check, is D greater than C? Yes, it is. So I will put D over here. So like as you can see, like I am comparing my stack peak element. My stack peak element with every new current character. So like for example, my current character is, so like I'm just comparing like, is they smaller or greater. So I'm just comparing my every time I'm comparing with my current character. Okay. Alright guys, so now I hope you got the point. Okay, so for example, like if they are not following the lexicographic order, then I have to check like, is last index is somewhere more present over here than it is. Then I will use my last index for that one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so like I have to keep these three things in my mind. So like now you got the complete idea. We are using stack, we are using two arrays. So one array give you a boolean which will mark it as true or false, and other will help you to identify like it is furthermore present or not for the which is last index. Alright guys, I hope so this thing is very clear. Okay, so let me just gonna compare this one. So I put my D over here. Now I encounter C, so I just simply continue because like I already have visited you. So like I forgot to update over here, so I will update my C to true. Okay, and I will put my D over here. My D will become true as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and now once I encounter B, I will just simply gonna put B over here because like B is no more further present, so we can't do anything. Okay, because I know D is great, but D is no more further present. So I hope you got my point. So I will put simply B my over here. Then I will mark it my B as true. So my B is false. Now my B is true. Okay. Now what I will do, ladies and gentlemen, I will come to C. Then C is already marked as visited true. Then I will simply want to continue, and we will end off this string. Okay. Now in our array we have A, C, D, B. A, C, D, B. So if I will just simply pop them out, we will gonna get something like this. We will encounter B, D, C, A. So now, like how our output is A, C, D, B. So it's very simple. You got the idea. We will just gonna simply reverse it. So I will simply reverse it. So I will get something like A, C, D, B, and that's the answer, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope so that like this thing is clear. Like if you still have any doubt, don't worry. You will gonna understand once I write my code. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, Java and C++ code. Java, C++ code, both are available in the comment section. Just check the pin link, so they both are available over there. Okay, so right now I will just kind of write the Java code. Like don't worry about that, but you will gonna understand. Trust me. Okay, alright, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, like let's just say like we're given something like string of remove. Okay, the function, and in the function we are given string s. Let's just say. Alright. Okay. Now what I will do, my first job is to create my last index. I will first of all create my last index. Okay, so last index. Sorry for the bad handwriting. Trust me, like the code is available. Don't worry about the writing. You just understand what I'm saying. And the size will be of 26. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now what I will do, I will simply gonna run a for loop to fill my last index. Okay. First of all, I have to track the last index presence, character presence in the one. So I will simply say 8 for int I equals to 0 till I less than s dot length I plus plus. Okay. Alright guys, now what I will do, I will just simply I have to remember how I can check like is this value or that value. For that one I will use that ASCII value. So I will say last index s dot caret I minus a. By doing that, what will happen? I will get their ASCII value. And now I will create my boolean array. So my boolean array will be my C array, which will keep track of like whether we have visited or not. Okay. So new boolean, and the size will be of 26. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now what I will do, I will simply create my stack over here. My stack. So my stack will be of integer. Like you will say, dude, we are dealing with characters, but why you like this string of integer? I'm saying like you can't compare the characters. Like how can you judge like is character smaller or not? Because computer can't judge. So for that one, we will gonna put their ASCII value. So like I'm just trying to explain, like if you go get their ASCII value, then might be 90 like a ASCII value 95, 94, something like that. So you got the idea, So that's why. We are comparing. That's how we are comparing. So I call it stack, new stack. Okay. So don't worry about the code. The code is present in the comment section. You will gonna find it out. Don't worry. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So now my job is to just simply run a for loop. Okay. So now we will gonna put the value in our stack and gonna do all the things like we have done over here. Okay. So for int I equals to 0, I less than is s dot length. Okay. I plus plus. Now I will create my current pointer. My current pointer will have their ASCII value. Okay, guys. So yeah, my current pointer will have their ASCII value. So it will be s dot char at I minus a. Okay. Now what I will do, I will simply check if I have already visited that character. If I have already visited that character, if I have already seen using my boolean array, if I already visited character. Okay. So then what I will do, I will just simply gonna continue it. Alright, I hope this thing is clear. And now what I will do, I will just simply run a while loop. While loop forward. Now, if I visit it, then like my while loop will run. Like I will check, like if I'm putting the value, is that value present somewhere else as well? Like in order to follow the next graphic order, for that one I have to keep things as well. Okay. So for that one I will create one condition. My while loop will run till my stack is not empty. If my stack is empty, then there is no point. Okay. And my stack peak element is greater than my current. Okay. And my ith index, the value I am on this, is present in my last index. Is it present in my last index? st.peak. Okay. If that's the case, if it is present, then what I will gonna do, I will just simply say, just mark it as false. Pop it out and mark it as false. Pop it out and mark it as false. Okay, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this thing is clear. Now our last thing is just simply gonna push the current in our stack. That's what we are doing, and just mark the current like which we have put as true, because we have to update that as well. Like for example, like if I again encounter my C over here, then like I already have visited, so I will just already visit true. So I will just want to simply continue it. I hope this thing is clear. Okay, that's good. So now final thing, like till now we have just filled our array. Everything is in our array. Till now we have done this thing. Okay, now our final thing is just pop them out and get this thing. But we will get in the reverse order. We'll get in the reverse order. Now we have for that we have to reverse it. So for that one in the Java we're gonna use string builder, and in C++ it's simple. Like you just gonna simply create one string and just simply add that value into the to your string and just simply reverse it. So don't worry, code is present in the comment section. You're gonna check it out. Don't worry about that. String builder sb equals to new string builder. Okay guys, now what I will do, I will run a while loop till my stack does not become empty. Well, my stack is not empty. Okay guys, now what I will do, I will just simply say, okay, do one thing, just add it, append. So how will we go sb.string builder as add into our string builder sb.append, okay, of the character. So we are just typecasting it, because we got something kind of ASCII value, so we are typecasting it. So we have to convert them back to the characters. Okay guys, so now after just doing that thing, we have this BDC. We have this BDC. We just pop it out in the form of character. We just convert it into the character. So we just pop it out and in the form of we convert it into a character. Okay. Now our last thing is just to simply reverse it. So for that one, I will just simply write. I will just simply call return sb dot our string builder dot reverse dot toString. Okay guys, so that's all our code is. I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is clear. Like what we're doing for system at last index, to like to keep the presence, to just have the character presence, to track the character presence is present or not. Okay, like before populating out, we have to make sure that okay, we have a boolean array and the stack of integer for that. Why integer? Because like I told you, like to just have like how we compare by the ASCII value. Okay, and this is all the code. So guys, I hope the code is very simple. Don't worry. I'm saying don't worry. Java is code available in the comment section. You're gonna find out. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. Before signing off, I just want to say happy Holi to you all. Okay, so play it safely. Have a nice bye bye. Take care. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye. Yeah, I really love you guys. Trust me. Bye bye and Holi. Happy Holi. I don't know. Like how can I write? Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.